Well, I can't figure out what the problem here is. Um, everything's connected, and Whatnot tells me that I'm live in both places, but I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there it is. I'm sorry, I'm troubleshooting a little bit, which I shouldn't be doing because that's not entertaining. There we go. Okay, so YouTube is working. All right, that's good. Doesn't look like Facebook is working. I don't know why. Oh wait, yep, Facebook's working. Okay, we're all good. Everything's live the way it's supposed to be. And I'm gonna get moving because I have now 28 minutes to do this because I have something I have to be on at 10. So I am decorating a phone stand that came in the Chalk Couture February Club project. Hello, is it Bonnie? Hey, Bonnie. Sorry, I can't really see my comments. So the kits, this is a monthly subscription box, this month came with a phone stand. So it's these two pieces. And then yesterday in a live event on Facebook in the Crafters Hive, I decorated one side of it. And eventually I'm going to do the other side. But I had another idea for a completely different look. And so I figured I would do that this morning. I've been on this kick lately where I'm doing the same project, but in different ways because I kind of like highlighting the contrast. And like, if you do it this way, it's nice and cute and sunny. And if you do it this way, it's like bold and sassy. And at 8:45 this morning, I still hadn't decided what I wanted to do today. And this idea came to me. So this is the same phone stand. I've painted one side of it white. I am going to, using painter's tape to keep me from getting black paint everywhere, I'm going to paint the other side black and repeat the same pattern on the other side. So you've got some contrast. And apparently, according to Pinterest, castle core is a thing for 2025. And so Chalk Couture has this, it's called Vintage Crowns and Labels transfer. And so I have all the crowns from it. It's got 4 different crowns on that transfer, and I just cut them all off to make it a little bit easier. And I'm going to decorate the phone stand on each side with the crowns. Again, white background, black crowns on one side, black background, white crowns on the other side. So I'm going to angle my phone down here so you all can see me, and I'm just checking my view to make sure that I'm staying like in the camera view. So normally when I put a chalk transfer on a painted surface, I like to wait several hours, if not 24 hours, before I do that, just to make sure the paint's completely dry and has time to cure and everything. But you know, when you don't decide what you're doing until the day of, and like 45 minutes before, you don't necessarily have the luxury of doing that. So I'm going to use the surface wax. So this is Chalk Couture surface wax. And this is just going to help me make sure that the transfer doesn't stick so much that it pulls up that white paint. I did dry it really well with my drying tool, but it took 3 coats of paint to get this coverage the way I wanted. Partially is because that the wood on that phone stand is sealed, and so and it's intentional that way to make sure that the transfer that came with it. So this is the transfer that comes with the kit. Should have shown you all that. So the kit comes with the surface, a reusable transfer, and this one came with 3 different color packets of paste. And so this foam stand was sealed to make sure that it goes on, everything goes on smoothly. Hey, Tina. If I had thought about this earlier, I actually would have sanded some of that sealant off and probably would have made the paint go on a little better and use a little less. So I'm going to figure out how I want the crowns configured. We're going to layer these on a couple of times, and so that they are kind of maybe overlapping some a little bit. And bring this over so y'all can see what I'm doing. So with the chalk transfers, they're sticky on the back, so it's, think stencil, but they're made of silk screen. Oh, Wisconsin. What's it like in Wisconsin? Is it cold up there? Because it is cold, cold, cold in central Illinois, and I am over it. But it's a silk screen transfer with mesh in the negative space. I gotta cut that little piece off. And that helps keep it from bleeding through. But because of that, they're kind of sticky on the back. And so you want to take some of that sticky off so that it doesn't lift up your paste. So I'm going to put that one there. Cold. Oh, 5 to 6 inches of snow on the way. Yikes. I'm sorry. We got some snow. What is today? Today's Friday. So Wednesday, I think. Not nearly that much, but we had snow early in January that was on the ground for like 3 weeks because it snowed like 10 inches and then got crazy bitter cold, and so took forever for that snow to melt. So then I'm just going to use this little squeegee here and apply this paste. Now this is a paste color called Shimmer Shadow. So it's got a little bit of a glitter effect on it. I like using shimmer pastes. I kind of tell people when I make t-shirts, I always want to end up throwing some glitter heat transfer vinyl in there. And I feel like the shimmer pastes are kind of the same way. Oh, sorry, you all probably couldn't see that very well. So we're going to put that one there and lift that up. So we've got that first crown on there. So that's what that looks like. And then we're going to take the smaller ones. And I'm just going to put them on my fuzzing cloth real quick. You do not have to have one of these fuzzing cloths to do this. You can use a microfiber towel or a terry cloth towel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anything that's just not going to leave lint will work just fine. I like them just because they're handy. I mean, you know, this is part of what I do as my business, so of course I have all the tools. In a pinch, you can use your shirt if it's like a cotton t-shirt. I missed a little bit of that. I have to go back and do that one. Let it dry and go back over it. Do not use blue jeans. Do not try to fuzz a transfer on blue jeans. I made that mistake once and it just left blue fuzz all over my transfer. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. So, I am just decorating a phone stand um, that came from the Chalk Couture Club design for February. So, I have painted it white and painted one side white. And now I'm just adding some little crown decoration to it. Um, and what I'll do, I probably won't have time to do it on the live, is I'm going to paint the other side black and put the crowns on again, but in white paste, um, so that you can kind of mix and match, and kind of move everything around to make, make different phone stands depending on your mood. Um, and then earlier I was thinking about, I may not do it because I kind of like it how it looks like this, but maybe um, printing out some or creating a design in some vinyl. Chalk has a transfer that says straighten your crown and handle it. It's too big to put on this. It's more of a like t-shirt size design, but I could create that in a vinyl design and put it on top of this in vinyl, and then maybe something on the other side, you know, queen for a day, or I didn't ask to be queen, but if the crown fits, or something like that. Um, all right, so that's the three that I've got on there right now, and then we're going to put one on this. So this is the base. This is what your phone sits on, and then it's got the hole for the charger. We're going to use this larger one on here. Let's get my bearings here. I painted the wrong side. Okay. Oh, that's funny. I painted the wrong side because it has to go on this side that way. Okay, so they're going to be backwards, which is totally fine too. I wasn't even thinking about that when I painted. Well, originally I wasn't planning on doing the other side black. I thought about that after the fact, so I'd already started painting. But that's okay because that means that this will be white, and then this will be black. And then when you flip it over and the top is black, the other side will be white. So that'll be cool too. It gives you a little less versatility, but that's all right. Anybody have any exciting plans for Valentine's Day? I've been up for an hour this morning before I remembered it was Valentine's Day. I looked at my husband and was like, oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day. We don't necessarily make a big deal out of it, which is fine. Like, that doesn't bother me. I'm going to turn this around, actually. Do it this way. I kind of want it to overlap somehow. So maybe we'll do it that way. And then I might have enough room for one of the smaller ones back here. I did make him, well, it's funny. I did it on a live on Facebook the other day. I bought stuff like 2 years ago to make him a Valentine's Day present. And I had a Valentine's themed Facebook event last Saturday. And I wasn't entirely sure that the projects that I had lined up were going to take my full hour. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that project for him on the live if I have time. And I did. So, I mean, and the funny thing is, it was the simplest thing. It's a shadow box with little Leia and Han Star Wars figures with vinyl cut out that says "I love you" and then "I know." Like, it was not complicated in the least. We don't either, but I did get flowers last night. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. I like that. We are going to lunch with a couple friends of ours tomorrow. Not necessarily for Valentine's Day, but we go out to dinner every Friday. So actually last night I reminded him, like, we got to remember that it's Valentine's Day. So if we can sneak out of here a little bit early today, might not be a bad idea. So I did not actually put the wax on here. I'm just remembering. And that's actually holding out okay for me. So that's good. And might actually have worked out a little better. I think the design I'm getting on this is a little bit cleaner without the surface wax. Um, um, so, and then I don't know if you can, like, I can see it. Other people probably can't see it. It's probably just me. Um, so there is that. And then I think I have all the crowns. How much time do I have? What time is it? It's 9:47. Okay, I've got time. So I am going to take one of these smaller crowns out of the water. I actually shouldn't have put it in there to begin with. The one thing too that I like about these fuzzing cloths is that I can use it to dry transfer if I need to, like this, where I want to use it again. You can also wash the transfers or clean the transfers with Clorox wipes. Don't use baby wipes to clean them; that leaves fuzz. But you can use Clorox wipes to clean them off if you need to reuse a transfer. Like, especially like this one, I wouldn't have even really had to clean. I could have just set it aside for a second and used it again since I'm using the same color. But if I wanted to use a different color, I could have just pulled out a Clorox wipe and cleaned it off, and that would do the trick. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to this here. Just give that a little bit more detail. And then we're going to come over on this one and kind of do the same thing. Oh, that actually pulled up a little bit of my paint. I'm going to put it right here, upside down. And then I'm going to use a paper towel to push it down to make sure I don't have any bubbles. Because the paste will bleed through underneath the negative space if you've got bubbles in the transfer. So I want to make sure it's down tightly on your surface. Okay. And then I wonder if I could get one more. Well, that's the same crown. So if I'm going to do something down here, I would want to use that. Pull that one out. Me and my desire for things to be symmetrical. I have to force myself when I'm crafting things to like not make everything have to be symmetrical all the time. Um, and I always like it when I go asymmetrical. Yeah, so it's just you just take the squeegee. um Let me put this one on here, and let me see if I can. No, wrong way. I'm going to see if I could bring my phone down a little bit more. Oops. So you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. So you just take your squeegee, and then this is chalk paste. And then you just put a little bit on the squeegee, and then you just put it over the design. It's kind of a balance. You want to push hard enough so that the paste goes through the negative space onto the surface, but not so hard that you force too much out and that it bleeds. So it takes a little bit of practice, but people catch on really quickly. I teach in-person classes for this, and people catch on really quickly, kind of figure out their own sort of application style. And then you just kind of pull it up nice and slow. And then you've got your paste left on the surface, this thing. So I'm going to turn this around. Go this way. Nope, that way. Directionally challenged when it comes to video. So that's the back half, like the half it stands like this. And then it's supposed to go on the other way, right? Like this one right here. This is the one that I did yesterday. This way. But like I said, I painted the wrong side white because I got the idea to do two different colors. And this isn't dry. Let's see. Yeah, I have a minute. I can dry it quick enough to kind of show you what it looks like put together. I know, I love the crowns too. I love this transfer, and they actually have chalkable shapes. So they're shaped like the outline of the crown, so you can chalk on that and put those things on stuff to give projects dimension, which I really like. So because I did this backwards, it goes together like this, and I will seal this so that when it my paint layers are going to give me fits, aren't they? Yeah, I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to sand down some of this paint. There we go. So it goes like that. And then this will end up getting painted. I mean, I might just paint it white, but my idea was to have the black and white contrast. So this will end up getting painted black, and then I'll chalk crowns on it in white, and I have a white shimmer. Um, and then, yeah, it's going to stick on me. And then this way, when I put it together the other way, well, I just did that. Never mind. So it'll go, see, I'm having brain problems here. It'll go this way, and this goes on it this way. There we go. So then when I do it, it'll be, oh, sorry about that. There we go. Sorry. Dropped my phone. It'll be this way. And that'll be painted black with the white crowns on it. So, yes, Tina, there is a link in the show notes. So this is a part of a subscription box. So it's a subscription kit. So this is the February one, and you can, I think you sign up for 3 months, and then after that you can cancel, but it's $21.99 a month, and you get a complete kit every month. I'm so glad that you joined today. I so appreciate that. You can get a complete kit every month. You get the surface, you get the transfer, you get the paste colors. The surfaces are reusable, and you can use the surfaces on anything. And then you can always order, more paste colors or surfaces or stuff like that. So there is a link to that in the show notes. I'm going to, let me double check my link here. Yep, I will put the link here in the chat as well. And then I'm going to throw my email address in the chat too. So if you have any questions, you can email me, or you can just message me on Whatnot. I think you can do that even without having I've never used Whatnot messaging except to message a buyer or a seller. So I'm not sure if you can just send me a message on Whatnot without that, but if you can, you're more than welcome to just message me on Whatnot. So that's the link for that. And then here's my email address if you want to email me, if you have any questions. That's not it. I can't type this morning. And I am doing a little bit something special for anybody that joins my club in February. You'll get a little bit of happy mail from me. So I'm adding new club members in February. So there's both of those things. So you can reach out if you have any questions. And thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'm trying to get into a every Friday morning kind of routine here. And then I am, hi Kim. And then I will be doing an actual sale here again soon. Just trying to figure out when, like every time I think I settle on a date, something comes up and I'm like, well, I can't do that. So I'm trying to figure that out because I have so much stuff to de-stash, craft supplies. I have purses, I have shoes, I have all kinds of things that I would like to do a little de-stash show for. So thank you everybody for watching. You can email me if you have any questions. For those of you that are just joining, this did stream live over on YouTube. So it's at Girl Friday Crafts on YouTube. So if you want to go back and watch, and I appreciate you hopping in and saying hi this morning. And I will see you all again next Friday. Bye.